Ashes from the Frat House. I wanted to show you today really quickly how I use digital scrapbooking kits and just the programs that are available on my Mac to design my own dashboards or print on acetate or vellum. Now, I am no expert, okay? I am working with kits that are already beautiful, so it's not that hard to, kind of make them look like your own because they are already pretty to start. There are a ton of beautiful digital scrapbooking kits available on Etsy. My go-to shop is usually Digital Designs by Jody, and I will take you there. Now, Jody does have dashboards, I think, in pretty much every size for TNs and ring bounds that there is. If it's not for every size, it's pretty darn close. So if you don't want to do this, she does already have some that are completely done. Here is her shop. Like here is a B6 Slim Autumn Joy set. She has them in all these different sizes, with or without a ton of design. If you like a lot of design, if you just want the papers themselves, they're already cut to size. They already print out. You just cut them right to size. They're already the right size. Just cut around the edges, and you're ready to go. Join the front and back. Okay, I have, until Jody started making these, like here's one of her sets that's like my absolute favorite. Look at that. And it all prints out this way. All you do is cut around the edges. Super simple. And also, while I'm thinking about it, Jody's prices are really, really darn good, especially for what she offers. The prices are amazing. If you do spend $3 or more in her shop, if you use the code Carrie sent me 30 off, I will put it down in the description below, you get an additional 30% off the total of your purchase. Okay? So if you want to kind of toy around with making your own, or let's say there's just a scrapbook paper that you like and you want to print it, say, on some vellum, I will show you how to do that. So what I did was I pulled a couple, I have the Autumn Joys set, and I just have one of the papers here and then a couple of the elements over here. Okay, now I print these on cardstock for dashboards. I did find some plain vellum at Michael's. I've printed on, I couldn't find a difference from one side to the other as far as printing it. So I've just kind of printed on either side of that. I'm using an inkjet printer. For acetate, I found, let me show you actually. I know I have an inkjet printer, so I just went to Amazon and searched inkjet. Oh yeah, because I can type. Inkjet acetate. And this right here is the one that I got. It was $5.95 for 6 sheets, prime. It has a smooth side, like a smooth shiny side, and then the other side is textured. The textured side is the side that you want to print on, and I will tell you at the end of the video how you can tell the difference between the two by kind of running a test page, not of this acetate, but just a regular printer paper through your printer. If you're not sure which side your ink is laid down on, I do describe later in this video how to do that. So this is what I used. I'm sure there are other brands out there. This has just happened to be about $1 per sheet, slightly less than $1 per sheet, and it was quick. It came like next day for free because of Prime. So I am now going to show you the second part of this video that I actually already recorded, but I realized I had left out where I had gotten the acetate, and I wanted to show you Jody's shop so you'd know where to find all of this cute stuff. So here is how I do mine. I do mine in Pages. So I open up Pages, new document. I do them in landscape just because I like to do the front and back on one piece. And I do the front and back as separate pieces and then join them with tape so that the spine is a little more flexible to wrap around the insert. I always start with my paper background first. So over here, I've downloaded a couple pieces from the Digital Designs by Jody Autumn Joys kit. So here's a paper from that. I just drag and drop it. It comes out, its normal size. If you're in Pages, if you hit Arrange right over here, I'm going to do a B6 size, okay? But you can obviously adjust this to the size of insert that your notebook holds, okay? Or the size of, if you're doing, say, dividers for a ring bound planner, the height. I always adjust the height first, so we're going to make it 7 because we're going to do a B6. And I kind of recenter this a little bit, and then I want to crop it to be about 5 inches wide. I always do them a tiny bit bigger because I can always trim them down if necessary, but I can't, add width obviously once it's been printed. So if you double click on the image here, your little crop tool will come up. I just adjust the width right over here. So we're going to make that 5. And it'll give you how much you're going to cut off. And this you can drag if you want certain parts of the design on the paper versus not. It will snap to center for you like that. So that's where I'm going to hit done, and it's going to crop that. Okay, so there's one side of it. Now I want the other side as well. So I'm going to tap with 2 fingers and duplicate it. And because this first page is so full, it is automatically going to autofill a second page. There may be a way to get rid of that. I don't know what it is. I just tend to kind of ignore it. When I'm printing, I make sure to only tell it to print on one page only. One of the boys is walking through. Hello, Hunter. I'm recording. You need a Kleenex. You needed a Kleenex. Okay, so here is a front side and a back side for my acetate or vellum or dashboard, whatever it is I'm doing. Pardon me. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to put some flowers and bows on there, I think. Let's do the bow first. So I usually start on this side, just drag and drop, and then I resize it until I am happy with the size of it. And then you can drag it around, put it on your sheet. I am actually going to rotate this. Let's try that. Let's make it a tiny bit smaller. And then right down here, you can either take this dial and spin it to rotate it, or you can angle up and down with the arrow. You can flip it. Kind of thinking maybe like that. I like that. And then how about this one? This one I've used before. It is quite big. So I just drag it into my page, shrink it down. And let's say I want the bow on top of that, so I tap on the bow, and right over here I hit front. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm going to put this guy down here, I think. Yeah, let's put him down there. And then let's bring in another one. Again, they come in true to size, so a lot of times since we're working on like a 5x7, we have to resize things a bit. Put him there. And again, shrink him down. Boy, that one is really pretty. Look at that. Like I said, guys, this is not like a professional setup here at all. I'm using just what I have on my Mac. Maybe we put this big one in the front and then make this one in the front of those so it kind of overlaps that little one. And then I think I'll take the bow out, actually. So I just click it and hit delete. Okay, I kind of like the way that looks. So if you're happy with that, you can click on each of these. So click on one and then hold down Command and click the others. And then double tap on your trackpad and duplicate. And it'll copy them in their exact same size and the way you have them set up. And I'm going to drag one over here. And if you watch your lines, you can see that yellow line will show me that they're in line with each other. Right there. Okay, now I have a front and a back that are exactly the same. Now obviously you can mirror them as well. So if this is going to be what ends up being your spine, so this would be the front and this would be the back of your dashboard or acetate or vellum, and you want them, the flowers on the opening edge, you can mirror these as well. So you would just kind of switch these around so that they sit the other way and they would sit over here, because this would end up being your back cover once you trim these and throw some tape here. Okay, lots of options. You can add text boxes if you want, right up here. You can drag this anywhere you want, change the size of it, change where your text sits. Okay, well, I wanted to get rid of that. Okay, so then I save it first in Pages, so File, Save, and then I export it as a PDF. And I do this, like I said before, your printer may vary. My printer in particular likes to print PDFs far more than any other file type. I get a lot cleaner print out of it. If I'm printing a very light colored, kind of like if I were to try this on my printer, see this background, this white and gray, wood grain background? That's also actually from Digital Designs by Jody. I use all of her papers for my wallpapers on my computer and my phone. If I tried to print this in particular, if I print it as like a Pages file or a JPEG, I'll get little black lines vertically through the print. If I print them as a PDF, I tend not to get those. So if you have the same issue, or if you're concerned even about having the same issue, the best thing to do would be print from PDF. So this is saved as a Pages file now. I'm going to go back up to File and export it to a PDF. Okay? I never leave the image quality at good for things like this because my particular printer, it will be just that. It'll be good. Your options are good, better, and best. The other thing I've learned about my printer, it is an older printer. So if I put it on best, it takes my printer forever to kind of process the data and actually print the sheet. I get just about, or it won't do it at all. It'll sit there and say busy and it'll never print it. It's like it's just too much input for my poor old printer. If I set my image quality at better, that seems to be a nice happy medium. It doesn't lock up my printer. It doesn't, make it just say, nope, I can't print that. But I still get pretty darn good quality images out of it. And then it'll ask where you want to save it. And I just put it on the desktop. And there it is. We can close out of here and then you can see in a PDF what that looks like. Now, because these were such big, because it's a B6, it did add a second page. So when I print it, I just be careful to tell it to only print that current page, or tell it to just print page 1 if you want. Even though over here in the preview it looks like it's not going to fit, I always leave it at actual size because it always does fit for me. I can't tell you why. It does come up bigger here, but it does always print for me. So that is it, you guys. It's really just been a matter of kind of playing around with things, putting things together in a way that I find them aesthetically pleasing. And like I said, vellum, I haven't found, as far as the inkjet goes, I can print on either side of it, and I haven't had any issues. The acetate, you just have to be careful. Now, I'm not familiar with printing on acetate with a laser printer at all. As far as the inkjet goes, you just want to make sure that your ink is going to get laid down on the textured side of the acetate. So like I said, run a test page through your printer, just, type up a couple letters on a page so you can tell one side from the other, print it out in draft so you save on your ink, and see, how the paper, the best way to do it even would be to take a piece of paper and put like an X on one side, open up something, some simple thing in Pages, just with some plain old letters on it. Even if you just kind of type some gobbledygook, take one piece of printer paper, I would draw a big X on it, stick it into your folder with that X up or down, and then print this page and see what side of the page your text came out on from this file. Did it come out on the side with the X? Okay, well then if you had the X facing up in your paper tray, then you know that if you're going to print on acetate, you need to make sure that textured side is facing up. If you have a big X drawn on a page and you print this little bit of text and it's on the opposite side, if you put the X in facing down, okay, and this comes out on the opposite side, or on the same side as the X with the X facing down, then you know that you have to make sure you put the textured side of that acetate down, so that as it picks up, that's how mine works. It picks up the paper and it, like the roller, picks it up and flips it over. So you always want to print on that textured side. So that is it, you guys. I hope this was clear enough. I feel like it wasn't. If you have questions, by all means, give me a holler. Let me know. Okay? Thanks so much. Bye-bye.